I got electrocuted at work today too.
Did you really?
Oh.
Did you just piss yourself?
No, but I literally like,
Is that the first time?
yeah.
The following moments may contain explicit language.
And we're live. Again, once again, welcome back. Welcome back to the Wall Monkeys podcast. It is not 9 o'clock at night when we're filming
It's
this.
7:30 at night. Much better.
Yeah, got off work early today,
I love that.
so I got a nap. But then Kasten called me, so it was like 10 minutes.
How'd he call you?
Oh, he invited me to a Dungeons and Dragons night.
Nerds.
Nuh-uh.
Never
Dungeons
played
and
that.
Dragons is cool. Neither have I.
Oh.
Yeah.
Isn't it like a super long game?
Yeah. I mean, I like long games though, especially like board game type things.
I don't. You got like 2 hours max and I'm over it.
So, you know what I was just thinking about is, I like the setup that we got, but I think we need like microphones right here. Because like we just talk when we're
We need to get like, we just talk to each other.
Yeah, we don't like actually, and we like when we face away from the...
It doesn't pick it up, sorry guys.
The microphone doesn't pick up as well. So, we'll just stare like this.
Just
and then
look
talk
at you.
right into the microphone. But
should we move it closer?
I mean, we can, yeah. I don't know. We'll have to like for sure figure it all out, but let's just move it closer.
It's fine for now. Oh, that's close enough. Sorry, everybody.
There we go. Hopefully, everybody can hear us better.
I feel like we're way too close now.
No, I think it looks good.
Hey guys.
Hi. You look so weird when you did that.
That was the point.
Dang, I need a tan. I look so pale.
I put my fake tan on. I'm not
I know,
this tan.
but still. Normally, I look. At least my teeth look white. They're not that white in real life.
Mine aren't either.
They look white.
Mine looks super white.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what we're talking about. But no.
Oh shit.
Went on a fish trip.
You went on a fishing trip?
Yeah, on Saturday.
Where?
Flaming Gorge. Do you know where that is?
Do I know where Flaming Gorge is?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, you looked all confused. I'm like, you've lived up here.
You guys just went up there for the day? That's like a far drive.
No, it's
It's
like
like
an
2
hour
hours.
and a half, maybe. We had to stop a bunch, too. We stopped at Walmart and stuff. But, like, yeah, it was fun. Like, I've been getting into fly fishing, like...
I don't understand fly fishing at all.
It's crazy.
They just, like, whip the water. I don't get it.
I'm so bad at casting. It's like, you wouldn't think about, like, you're like, oh, they just put, like, a lure, you know, like a dry fly on a piece of string, you know, and then cast it out there. Like, Dad taught me, like, some stuff about fly fishing, but it goes so deep, like, you have no idea, like...
so much.
Like, the more you get into it, the more you're like, holy crap, I don't know nothing about fishing. So, like...
I don't really know anything about regular fishing.
Yeah.
I just started fishing, like, last year.
Yeah.
I love it.
You fished with us, like, with Dad and stuff.
As, like, a child, I haven't fished since I was, like, 8. If that.
Really?
Yeah.
I love fishing.
I fished with Elijah. Well, I didn't fish. He fished and let me gut it.
Oh, okay.
It's the first time I've ever got a fish by myself, and I was obsessed with it. And now I want to fish all the time. I caught a catfish last year for the first time ever, and then we fried it up. We had a catfish fry. I don't know
Was
what
it
they call
good?
it. It was delicious.
You don't know the trick
Loved
to
it.
catfish is you have to get the fat out. Because the fat on catfish is really gross. But the meat's really good.
I don't know.
It's like...
How do you tell the difference between the fat and the meat?
Well, you just cook out the fat. You just render out the fat. Like, there's a few ways.
Where's the fat on the fish?
It's inside the... Like, in between... You know, have you seen, like, salmon? And, like, the fat's in between, like, the chunks of meat?
I didn't know fish had quote-unquote fat.
They do. Especially catfish. But...
Yeah, no. I filleted it straight out. Like, we didn't gut him or anything. We took him home. Just filleted it, like, right off the side. And... Yeah. Okay. Nick's dad, Jeff, taught me that. And then he taught me his little recipe. It was awesome. I loved it.
Yeah. Well, and I'm sure the recipe helps, but, like, salmon's also super fatty. But salmon fat's delicious.
I don't know that I've ever realized that fish have fat.
Yeah. I was pissed the other day. I went to go find some, like, you remember when Mom cooked that salmon that I had? Were you there?
Yeah.
I went to go find one at the store the other day. Couldn't find it. No salmon.
Out here in Roosevelt?
Yeah.
You gotta go to
you gotta go to Walmart to get the salmon that I wanted. I was pissed. Because, like, I got all the other ingredients and I went to look for them. Like, oh, it's not here.
I've made a lot of salmon in my life.
But anyway, I caught 2 fish up there with my fly pole.
Are they big ones?
Yes. No. They were okay.
With your fly pole, though?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah. It was my, like, it's the first time I've been able to catch a fish on my fly pole up at the dam up there.
Okay.
Because, like, I've caught fish using, like, rapalas, which are, like, lures that are, like, this big. They look like fish.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I've caught fish doing that, but never on a fly pole. It's way, like...
Does the gorge have big fish?
Huge.
Huge?
Yeah.
I don't. Every time I've been
picture of Ken's fish?
No, every time I've been to the gorge, we boat. We don't, like, I don't hang out with people that fish.
Oh, actually, in the gorge, too, are way bigger. We're on the river. We're, like, so we go down to, like, the Green River down below the gorge.
You're, like, in the actual flowing river. Okay.
Yeah. And...
I didn't realize that.
And I'll stand in it. Kenley won't stand in it. It's too cold, she says.
It's cold.
But, Kenley caught like a 27-inch fish last year out of the river. I was like,
my catfish was like this big.
You can't even, Kenley's fish, it literally from like the top of her like the middle part of her forehead, it reached down below her waist by like.
What kind of fish was it? Just like a trout?
I think it was a brown trout. I don't remember. I have a picture.
Is trout good eaten or is it gross?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah,
it's good. I don't know if I've ever eaten trout.
No, yes you have. You 100% have. Like if you've ever gone up the mountain with us, like.
I didn't eat fish till I was like 21, Adrian.
You're weird.
I didn't like it. I was like a toddler until I was 21 at Yuba when I started eating fish again.
That's weird.
I didn't like it.
Well, I like some
I was 21 the first time I ever tried sushi.
That's also
You weren't there. I bought it from the Nebo market in Nephi. I went to pick a bunch of stuff up for the store and seen it. And the guy was stocking it fresh. And he started talking to me and he was like, oh, you should have some. I was like, oh, I don't really eat it. And he was like, no, try it. I make so good. Like, I make it so good. And I was like, okay. And I like bought it because I felt bad and then I loved it.
That's so weird. I love sushi. I love it. Made by I had this Mexican friend named Anthony, and he was like doesn't like any like foreign food. He's like I like
American.
He's like I like American. I like beans and rice, you know, and like his dad. One time I met his dad, and he's like the only thing I drink is tequila. Like he doesn't drink like any other alcohol besides tequila. It's just real funny. But I'm like I got sushi one time, and he's like that's nasty. And I'm like dude, try it. And he took a piece and he puked out of his truck. It was so funny.
Well, poor guy.
I didn't
have like visceral reactions or anything like that. I just didn't like it. I didn't like the texture. I didn't like the flavor, like the genuine fishy flavor. But to be fair, all of the fish I had ever eaten up until that point in my life, like when I was little, it was like out of the Mill Hollow. Is that what the lake's called? It was like straight out of Mill Hollow up camping, and that was like really it. I don't remember and it's so fishy.
Yeah, it's lake fish is always fishy to me. Like that's why I like stream fish cuz like I think what it is they get like fat and gross and like they get fed like power bait basically and so like they taste like power bait.
That's weird.
But like if you get like a fish out of like
me spraying all that garlic oil on it.
Yeah. You're like this one's gonna catch.
Elijah taught me that one.
Yeah.
I'm the only person that caught fish. They're just little. They're cute.
Yeah, I like corn too, but you're not supposed to.
Yeah,
it's illegal to use corn. At least in Utah.
I've never fished in a stream. I did fish in the ocean.
Oh yeah, you guys went down to Texas.
And I caught the biggest. I don't even remember what they're called. They're red.
Like the red fin or
red snappers, I think. Yeah. And I caught the biggest one, and I won the bet pot. What do they call that? I don't know.
Yeah, it's the pot.
Yeah, I think that's my profile picture on Facebook.
I think
it was. I don't know. I haven't been on Facebook for like 2 years.
Yeah. I know, I was so jealous when you told me you were going deep sea fishing. Cool. I was like, you don't even like fishing. I love fishing.
I think that... I don't know if it was that No, I went fishing with Elijah before that trip. And then it went fishing with Elijah, then that trip, and then I've been a few times since. But, like, I love the ocean, though. I love water. I love being in it, being on it, being around it. And I was so excited. We didn't plan that. Our friend Johnny planned that from Texas. And he planned it and paid for it and took us out there. And it was cool. I loved it. We were so far offshore.
Once the podcast gets a little bigger, we should see if we could go down to Texas and get Johnny on the podcast.
Johnny's coming up here this year, actually.
No, we can see if he'll be on it. He's cool.
I need to read the group chat. They were talking in the group chat, and I want to say I seen something about them. Or maybe Eric was telling me that they're trying to plan a trip to come up here with Parker and Shaggy and
all them.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
But Maddie actually comes up all the time and goes to Zion's. He loves Zion's. He's like a hiker. I don't know that the rest of them really hike. And I was like, I love Zion's. Zion's is incredible.
I've only been one time, and I don't even remember that much because I was like 13.
Well, I've been a bunch. It's Nick's favorite place, so we always go. Yeah. And he's got like the park pass that gets you into everything. It's like $100.
It gets you into all the parks or just Zion?
All the national parks.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't even know
I think it's like
that.
$100 for the national park, or like $80 for a day pass or a week pass or something ridiculous, dude.
So we're going to Glacier National Park this August. I don't even remember. Anyway, we're going up there, and I was looking at like fishing licenses. Fishing. Oh my gosh, can I speak English today?
No. Gibberish only.
Gibberish only. I was looking up fishing licenses in Montana, and when you're on the national park, you do not need a fishing license to fish up there.
Oh.
So on Glacier National Park, you can fish without a Montana resident or a Montana fishing license.
Okay.
But if you go out of the park, and then there's a few rivers that kind of go through the park that I think there's like some weird things going on, but like everywhere else you're good. But I was looking at the prices. And for like a week pass, it's like $112. I was like, no.
Yeah.
Because we're going like a 4-day trip. It's going to be a short trip. And I'm like, I only need a few days. Like, we're going to be hiking most of the time. Like, I'll bring my fly pole, but like I probably will only cast in every once in a while. And like,
can you fly fish in like a body of water? Or is that like really only works for river?
No, you can fly fish in a lake. Like, I mean, the thing is with lake fishing, like when you're fly fishing in a lake, and I don't really know too much about it, because I only ever fished like small streams, like with Dad, and like more recently I've gotten into like the bigger rivers, and like the complexities of fly fishing. I could talk about this for so long.
It's your
I'm such a nerd sometimes. I'm like, oh,
that's right.
But yeah, I think that when you're fishing in a lake, if you're fly fishing, it's just better to use like a dry fly where it sits on top. There's this thing called nymphing, and what that is you basically have a weighted fly that sits underneath the water, and it looks like an underwater bug basically, because like 80% of a fish's diet is underwater bugs. It's not the stuff that's up on top, but you see them, they'll come up and they'll bite all the bugs on top. So like when you're lake fishing, I think it's a little harder to nymph. You can also do something with these other flies. They're called streamers. They're like big flies, and you basically mimic like other fish, like basically how a rapala does, or like a leech, because you can get like black ones that look like leeches in the water, and you can do that on lakes, but you can also do that in a river,
Yeah, I don't know very much.
There's like, it gets like crazy. No. It's like it's not super complex, but like when you're learning it by yourself, it takes a while to like retain all the information, and like having to remember like there's like 3 major knots you really need to know. And like I have 2 down, but the third one, it's called a triple surgeon's knot. It's like it's not hard to remember, but it is because I'm lazy. So I'm like too lazy to like memorize it fully.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't really use it that much.
Grandpa has sent me on Facebook Messenger. He'll send me like videos every once in a while, and he sent me a whole bunch of different knots that you use to tie, like, hooks. And he's been sending me these for years. Like, he knew I didn't fish. And he's just sending me all of these knots how to tie the hooks onto your pole. And I think it's so cute. It cracks me up every time.
No, something.
I guess, yeah, I could have figured it out, but now I don't have to.
He used to just send me videos of cute girls.
Cute.
Yeah. When I lived with them, when I was single.
When you were single, he's like, ooh, it's you single.
No.
Yeah, I like the gorge though. I've been up there a few times.
We're debating about going up again this weekend.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Kelly caught 3 fish. And she caught the biggest fish too.
The biggest flopper?
I caught a rainbow and then
that was a Fortnite reference.
Yeah, I know.
Anyways, you didn't comment on it.
Sorry.
Oh, shoot.
I was in the middle of thought. You know I can't talk while I'm thinking. I'm like, huh?
I might be looking at you, but I ain't listening.
It pisses Ken off because I'm like, I'm not looking at her. Mm-hmm. But like, I'll be listening, or I'll be staring right at her, and I won't be listening. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's it. But
sometimes I just like black out. And I'm like, what?
All the time. 24/7. Like, if I'm reading anything, I think my ears just shut off. Like,
Kona does that too.
I literally can't hear you if I'm reading. It, like, which is ironic because if I'm reading and there's a lot of noise, I can't read.
Yeah. I ain't listening and I ain't learning.
Like, in school, like, I would be trying to read and there would be a bunch of kids talking, and so I couldn't read. Mm. I can hardly read anyway,
I do that.
But we have some games planned too.
We do.
I made a game. Erin made a game. We need to come up with a good name for the game. Right now it's just like I'm calling it real or fake is what.
Real or fake.
So, I mean, we don't have to start right now necessarily, but also we're also coming up with like a better schedule for the podcast. We're trying to film Wednesdays, get it posted Wednesdays too. Which I actually think is a great idea because it's like the middle of the week. Everybody's podcasts come out on like Sunday or Monday for the beginning of the week. And then, so people will listen to all those and then they'll be like, oh, I don't have any podcasts to listen to till next Monday. Yeah. But if we post in the middle of the week, it'll be like, oh, like, I
you got something to get you through the week, yeah.
Which I really liked, but.
Yeah, so I spend weekends with out of town, so.
I got electrocuted at work today too.
Did you really? Oh. Did you just piss yourself?
No, but I literally like,
is that the first time?
Yeah. Well, like, I've been electrocuted before, like, doing Christmas lights, but, like, this is my first.
That's not the same.
Yeah, I know. But, like, it was, I was working on a light, and my boss told me, he's like, alright, I turned off the breaker. And like, I was like, well, those lights are still on, and I'm pretty sure those lights are connected to this one, but I was like, I was up in a vestibule, I don't know if you know what that is, but it's like a little side, you know how like when you walk into school, there's that part before you walk into the actual hallway, that kind of like breaks the wind or whatever? That's what a vestibule is. Okay. I was in there working on a light, and I think on the other side, for some reason, that light is on a different circuit than all the other, I don't know why. And so I thought that this one would be too. Yeah. It was a really weird, like, whatever happened, but... So he's like, alright, I shut it off. And I was like, okay. And I didn't even think to check it, you know. I didn't even think to check it. I'm like, okay. And so I just, like, cut the wire, and nothing happened. I was like, oh, I'm good.
You cut the wire, or you cut through the sheathing?
No, I cut the full wire. I cut it.
Like, I'm surprised that didn't blow up in your face.
No, just wait. Okay, so I cut it, and nothing happened. Okay, and I was like, oh, okay. I'm definitely good. And so I start stripping it so I can put a wire nut on it. And so I strip, and like, I think it was as soon as I touched my thumb to press so that I could pull it off of the copper. As soon as I touched that metal, it went and like all the way up my arm. And I was just like, ah! I like was like, ah! And like, I threw, like, there's a hole, you know, in my strippers now. And I threw my strippers, and the wire hit the top of the light and friggin' sparked everywhere. And I was like,
oh, gosh.
And like, I just went down, and I was just like breathing all heavy. I'm like,
it's scary.
I'm like, I knew I shouldn't have trusted. Like, that was one of the things I thought earlier, like, starting wanting to work as an electrician. I'm like, don't trust anybody else.
No.
And I did, even though he, like, he's my boss, and I do trust him, but I'm like, you don't trust anybody else.
Stuff gets looked over sometimes.
I know.
It's
It
not
wasn't his
good
fault.
when
It was
you're
mine.
in a environment like that. Like, electrical is so dangerous. Do you know how many Kona goes through strippers constantly? Strippers, for anybody who doesn't
You know
know,
what's weird?
just in case. Hold
My
on, real quick.
strippers weren't magnetic, and now they are.
That's weird. I
I don't know what happened, but like now stuff
like sticks to it.
Yeah,
That's
they'll
weird.
stick to stuff now. I don't know why it's doing that.
Just to be clear, strippers are a type of tool that have like little measured circles in them for different thicknesses of wire, different augs, gauges, whatever, to basically strip the sheathing off. So the wire comes in like plastic stuff to protect it, and you have to strip that off to connect it into whatever. Those are called strippers. My husband does not have a bunch of side hose strippers. He doesn't go through side hose strippers. He goes through tool strippers.
I think they understood. I don't think
I just had to clarify that. I do. I didn't know what strippers were.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. He's all talking about strippers.
Listen, I'm not talking to the people that know what it is. I'm talking to the people who are dumb like me and didn't know what it was. Okay, I never had to touch strippers in my life before I met him. The strippers I knew
were hoes.
They had names like Cinnamon and Candy.
Okay. Glad we cleared what the difference between strippers and strippers are. Okay. But anyway.
Sorry,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
And, like, my arm tingled for like 2 hours after, so that was fun.
Ugh. Yeah. It's a stressful job. It's not for the weak.
I don't know. I mean, this is alright. Like, I would be scared to be a lineman.
Oh my gosh.
That's scary because like 1 in 5 die.
Yeah.
So it's like, lineman, no.
No, I'm good on that.
My wife's here with food.
So why?
Do you want to pause and eat, and then we'll come back and start the game?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be right back. What, you don't want people to know?
No, you can't do that on camera.
Sure you can. Why not?
I think you get like
demonetized.
Demonetized? Yeah. I thought that you couldn't do it.
I don't know.
I wasn't going to. I never planned on it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to quit.
God. No vaping on camera.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't condone that.
We don't condone vaping. I've been sober from vaping for 5 years. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
A long time. Alright, welcome back. You guys...
Welcome back. That wasn't anything for them, but...
Yeah, I mean, it's not really welcome back for them, because it's been like...
Welcome back to us.
It's been instant. Yeah. It's been instant for them, but we're just... For us, it's been a minute. But okay, let's play a game. Okay, real or fake game. So
how do you want to do this? Do you want to, like, take turns? So I did 5 and 5.
Yeah. 5 real, 5 fake.
Okay.
Do you
want to take turns, or what do you want to do?
No, let's just do one person at a time, because then the viewers can keep track of their own score a little easier.
Okay.
Oh wait,
let me give me a pen for...
Excuse my burp. We just had pizza. It was delicious.
Okay.
You have your notebook? Okay.
I bit my cheek.
You weren't looking at my phone, were you?
No.
Cheating?
No. I just bit my cheek, though. While we were eating, and it hurts. Let me just find the right pages. Okay.
Okay. So, the game is... We're just calling it real or fake. I think we got to come up with a better name for it, but real or fake, okay? So what this is we've each come up with 5 real things, 5 fake things. So we need like a single topic. So for my game, it's foods, okay? So these are like weird, exotic, just crazy foods from around the world, okay? 5 of them are real.
I feel like yours is going to be funner than mine, but...
5 of them are real. 5 of them I've made up, okay?
Okay.
What are you doing?
I'm writing our scores.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Viewers, pay attention to your own score.
I just spelled your name.
You spelled my name wrong?
I spelled it Adrian.
Adrian? That's alright. My boss spells it wrong every time. He spells it A-I-D-R-I-A-N. Rean.
Oops.
Which is not very close.
Okay.
Okay, so here's how we're doing it, okay? So each real food, I've also written down where it comes from.
Okay.
And I'm going to try and have you guess where it comes from. If you can guess where it comes from correctly, you get an extra point. If not, you don't lose any, you don't gain any, okay?
It's like extra credit bonus round. Okay.
Yeah. So a little bit of extra credit for you and the viewers.
I'm not good at this. I'm not good at geography.
Okay. So like the first few...
So, okay, so my question is this like worldwide or is this
worldwide.
like just in the US?
Nope,
okay.
worldwide.
I'm gonna lose.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Haggis.
Real.
A blend of sheep lung, liver, and hearts encased in its stomach, then boiled and eaten.
That is real. And it's somewhere in Africa.
Okay, you got 1 point.
For what?
It's from Scotland.
Oh, that makes sense.
It's from like the UK area, Scotland.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. But you got 1 point.
I feel like I've heard of the term haggis before.
Yeah.
Which, thinking about it,
if you say haggis, it sounds
haggis?
like...
Hagrid.
I don't know if it's exactly Scotland. Okay. It's like that area. I know it is, but like... Because I didn't actually look that up. I just... I just knew. But...
Okay.
Alright, okay.
Excuse me.
These are so hard to pronounce, some of these, by the way. Okay.
Okay.
Bonita flop. The liver of a deep water fish that is chopped finely, mixed with spices, and fermented for 2 to 3 months, then deep fried.
I think that that's real and that it's from some region of, like, Southern America. Like, Mexico, my brain is just...
Like Central America? Yeah. Anywhere?
Conan told me Central America is not real. Look it up!
No, okay, listen.
No, look it up!
Me and Kenley got in this argument, like, not an
They
argument,
taught us that Central America was a thing.
Central America's a real thing.
There was... Okay, I understand that.
But it's like...
It's like in between the two Americas, but that's technically considered part of... Mexico area is technically considered part of one of the other. Yeah. It's not actually its own, like, entity.
Yeah. No, I literally had to explain
I probably sound dumb as fuck.
Yeah. No, I'd explain this to Ken. Like, because she didn't understand what Central America... She didn't understand, like, necessarily what South America was.
Yeah.
She's not very good with geography at all. Like, I'm
not good at it.
I'm pretty good at geography. She's not. But that's okay. She's better at other stuff than me,
yeah.
so... Like,
I can do math.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm really good at English, like literature.
Alright, so I
speak like an illiterate. But...
You're 1 for 2. 50-50.
Okay.
Praw hook. Crushed.
Wait, was that true or not?
Sorry. That was not true. Sorry, we got so distracted.
Fake?
It was fake. I made that up. Okay.
Okay.
Praw hook. Crushing or grinding fresh fish after they are clean and gutted and scaled. It's then salted and left in the sun for days to be fermented. The fermentation can take 20 days to 3 years. It is often used as a condiment and when they eat it, it often has maggots in it.
True, and I feel like this is somewhere like cold, like Alaska area, Russia. No?
It is true. So you got 1 point. Oh. So this is true, and it's from Cambodia.
Oh.
This is crazy. So you've never heard this? No. It's called praw hook. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but...
How's it spelled?
Prahok.
Huh.
But yeah. But it's... So it's like little... They get like little fish that aren't very big, like... Maybe 4 inches max.
Okay.
They gut them, scale them, whatever, and they basically just chop the whole thing up into mush.
Ew.
And then they put it in like sealed clay jars to just ferment. Like I think they dry it out and then they like.
Well, I would assume that the clay wicks away the moisture.
Well, it's like super wet and moist and stuff. Like,
ew.
And like it's just like, it's like sits out for like.
Tingling.
years at a time.
I'm not into fermented foods. Like,
I
if this is something
am,
that you
but, like,
enjoy, I'm sorry, but like, I'm not into that.
But like, I just think it's crazy because this is from Cambodia, which is like a jungly area.
Yeah.
For to be doing that, but okay. Next one. So you're 2 for 3 right now. You haven't got any of the locations right, but that's all right.
Those are extra points.
Okay. Slog peat. Venison pickled in whale fat and mushrooms for 2 to 3 months, smoked and then placed over bread and cheese, basically.
True, and from the place that they do the clogging.
The clogging?
Yes, you know what I'm talking about? And they have like
clogs?
Yeah, like clogs.
Like Danish clogs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, from there.
Okay. This is not true. I made this up.
Oh,
Okay. So, 2 for 4.
I'm 50%.
50%.
I'm failing.
Churnman. Horse tongue that has been stuffed with spices and herbs, covered in birch bark. It is then placed underground with hot coals until cooked. It is usually eaten with wine vinegar. It's dipped in wine vinegar.
True, and from... What is our game called? Real.
Real.
It's not true.
True.
False. True, correct. I believe that it's real. And from Australia. Somewhere like Perth or something.
No. This is fake. I made this one up too.
They've all been fake.
Uh-uh.
That means they're all gonna be real.
Nope.
Coming up. Okay.
You don't know that. We've done 5, and it's basically been 50-50. So
I don't know how you come up with stuff like that. That's crazy.
Okay. Milk toast.
That's true.
This is an egg dish made by boiling milk and poaching eggs inside. You scoop out the eggs with some milk and put it over buttered toast.
Okay, this is a real thing. I'm not sure where it's from, but I'm gonna guess the UK because they like to put shit like beans on their toast and call it breakfast.
Beans on toast.
Have you not seen that? That's a full meal, dude.
I know what you're talking about because I listened to the Bad Friends podcast and Andrew Santini, he's a comedian, and he's always doing this British accent where he's all beans on toast. And it's so funny. Beans on toast.
Holy crap.
Okay.
Is it real?
This is real. And I actually didn't look up where it originated from because I wrote our house because Kenley does this.
That doesn't count. Look up where it's from.
Okay. Okay, we'll look it up. If it's
I
from
didn't
the
know.
UK,
I didn't know Ken did that, but that's hilarious. Does it taste weird? What does it taste like?
I don't really like it.
Like
She likes
milky
it.
eggs. I mean, I
Yeah.
put eggs in my I put eggs in my milk. No, I put milk in my eggs. Like when you make scrambled eggs, and it like whips it up creamier.
It's from New England. That it originated.
New
in
England, New
Well,
England
New
from
England
the
is
UK,
New
or
England? Okay, no. Sorry. Yeah. So New England. So, yeah, not right. So
is okay? Is
but it
New
does
England?
say-
That's in Canada,
No.
or
No, that's like the original 13 colonies. Like that's New England.
what? I don't know history either.
Okay, but it does say it wasn't a completely new invention because the British had something called pobs, and it's basically the same thing.
So that's where it originated. So I was right. I'll have a half a point. How about that?
Yeah, we'll give you half a point.
How many points do I have? What was that? The 5th question. Okay. We'll add a
That
little
was the 6th question.
halfy here.
Yeah, so
That was the 6th question. I only have 2.5 points.
6, yep. So if you're doing better than Erin, let us know. We can give you a full point for that one because I feel like you were good enough.
I'll have a half. It's
Because
okay. I'll be fine.
the thing is, it kind of did originate from England, like the UK area.
Yeah.
Like New England is like it's like Maine, like New Rhode Island, like all
There's still a
those.
place called that.
Which is not like exactly like New England. When they refer to New England, they're like, it's like Rhode Island, like Maine, like Like those, like New York. I think like
I
all that
know
like
geography.
top northwestern United States. That's New England.
It's a region.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a region of like north.
So it's Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Connecticut.
Yeah.
Rhode Island.
Yeah.
So it's like a big area.
Yeah.
Well, not really, but.
But isn't that weird? That like how did that end up in like? Because Kenley's from Central Utah.
Did you just look at my phone?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Why was there cheats for it? Okay.
There was.
Okay, so I think we should give you 3. I think you're at 3. You're
right.
you're 50-50
right,
still. We'll have you be 50-50.
Okay.
Okay. I have no idea how to pronounce this. Papitan.
Spell it.
Papaitan.
Okay.
Okay. Beef innards like tripe, intestines, and hearts they're typically boiled and sliced, then sautéed in garlic, onions, ginger before being added to broth. The broth is almost exclusively bile.
Ew. If you made this up, you're sick. If you didn't,
The
okay,
people
I'm gonna
eating
say
it are even sicker.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna say it's real, and that it's from Puerto Rico.
It is real, but it's from the Philippines. It's also called cow shit soup sometimes because it's basically bile's basically.
Very real.
Yeah, but I found that originally from a YouTube channel called Best Ever Food Review Show. Like,
I'm not that brave. I'm really not. I can't.
He like goes to like the craziest places and eats like
Crazy stuff.
That was like, no, I would never eat that. Okay.
I've just been such a picky eater my whole life. Like, it's hard. I do a lot better as an adult, but like, it's like food that I've been around my whole life, like American food. So I have a really hard time with food from other countries like that.
Okay. So you're 4 for 7?
3.5 for 7.
3.5. Okay. Why are we at 3.5?
Because I'm not gonna take a full point for that.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe I will. I haven't decided yet.
Gung Pormat. Gong Pormat.
Spell it.
Gongpormut. So
Okay.
Gong Pormat, I think. Rodent meat, often cooked in hot chilies and oil, and then eaten over rice noodles.
This is real, and from Thailand.
This is fake. I made that up. I wouldn't be surprised if they do that, but it's probably called something else.
Okay.
Clavutro, okay? Mm-hmm. A type of pasta made by feeding cows excessive nuts. Cows are unable to digest nuts, so they poop them out and then are collected and turned into flour and then pasta. It's often served with herbs and sweet sauce to offset the bitterness from the digestive juices.
Real and from Norway.
This is fake. I made that up.
What? How? You've done so many fake ones.
Nope, it's 50-50.
Okay, then the next one's real.
You don't know.
They've all been false.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know how to pronounce this one. Akutak. Akutaq.
Okay.
This consists of animal fats. It can be reindeer, caribou, moose, seal, walrus. Well, basically all the northern fat animals. Okay. And it's mixed with berries and basically chopped meat sometimes. And then it's mixed with snow to make an ice cream-like food.
Real and from Alaska.
You're right on both
Inuit.
of those. Yep, it's Inuit. You're right on both those. You get 2 points.
I get 3 points because I guessed Inuit.
You don't get an extra point. You guessed Alaska.
I actually follow this guy on TikTok and he's Inuit. I don't think I'm pronouncing that right. Apologies.
No, that's right. I wish I knew how to pronounce
he
that
posts
word.
stuff
It's
all the
cool.
time like that.
It's cool that the Q doesn't have a U after it.
All right, so I have 5.5 points. 4.5 points. Maybe 5. Oh, I get extra point for that one.
You get an extra point for that one.
I have 5.5 points.
5.5. Let us know if you did better than Erin. That's pretty,
I'm pretty good.
The 50-50, basically. That's pretty good. Okay.
Alright, are you ready?
I'm ready for mine.
Okay,
I'm ready
so
for mine. Okay.
what I did is hiking trails. They're all in the U.S.
Oh my gosh, I'm never gonna get any of that.
Okay.
Appalachia.
No, okay, no.
Oh,
Not like big trails, okay? These are like little like side trails.
Okay.
Okay. The one I think is in Appalachia, but
okay.
In like the mountains, but yeah. So, and then I also have like the state. That's your bonus point.
Oh, okay. Dang, okay, I like yours too. Okay. I'm so screwed.
Dude,
I'm not gonna get any.
Me and Mom were dying. Okay, we're gonna start with the Iron Bell. Bell as in Bell of the Ball. Okay, that's how that's spelled. So, this is actually... Oh, I can't give you that clue because it has the place in it. Sorry about that. This is an incomplete trail and will be the longest trail in the United States. And the DNR service for this state is currently planning the missing like trail segments where...
If this is the longest trail in the continuous United States, wouldn't it be over multiple states?
I think it technically ends in a different state. Stop thinking about it.
I think this is fake.
This is real.
Nah, because there's trails that go like all the way across multiple states.
No, like designated trails though. There's a difference between like trails that people have like... Typically, you know the people that go from like Canada to Mexico?
Yeah.
They're hiking across separate trails, and a lot of times like they're going through different towns and stuff. Like this is like the longest continuous trail. Will be. It will be. It's not done.
But then it has to go over multiple states.
So I forgot. Sorry. It's 1,204 miles walking distance or 828 miles biking distance.
Where it's in Alaska then?
No.
That's the only place it could be to be that big because the Appalachian Trail is huge and it goes over multiple states. I think that's what's confusing me is because you're saying the DNR is working on finishing it, but or whatever.
Yeah, they haven't finished it yet.
But the DNR for the one state.
That's because
so
most of it's across the one state. Okay, I don't know. That's just what it said. It's set to be the longest actual hiking trail. Not all of the Appalachian Trail is like designated hiking trail. Like they are building this trail. All right. Okay, this is in Michigan, and the name comes from
Michigan.
It connects the Ironwood in the Upper Peninsula to the Belle Isle State Park.
Okay.
This is where Iron Bell comes from.
Okay.
Don't look.
I'm not looking.
Adrian!
I didn't look.
You've been cheating. Okay.
I keep putting my feet up on the freaking thing. On the table.
Okay. This one is called the Big Doo-Doo. Okay.
The Big Doo-Doo.
There's not... I couldn't find, like, the original name. It sounds like it's a nickname given to it by hikers because there is a lack of historical significance, but they think that the name comes from the very rough / messy trail and the great amount of switchbacks. It is 3.4 miles long.
I'm going to say this is real.
Okay. And where?
It's going to be like the Big Doo-Doo. It's going to be like a really crappy state.
Okay.
So... And there's a lot of switchbacks, which would mean it's probably more mountainous. I'm going to say like North Dakota.
It is fake and not from North Dakota.
Well, obviously.
Okay.
0.
You have 1 point.
How?
Because you guessed the first one right.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
I said it was fake.
You said it was fake?
Yeah.
Oh, you have no points.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yours are way harder than mine.
Dude, I was gonna do birds.
Birds?
Do you know anything about bird names?
No.
Oh my gosh. Look up bird names. They're so funny.
Well, no, because you need to do it for...
This was really difficult to find names of, like, hiking trails that were odd just because they do this... Hikers do this thing where they give, like, each other names. And they call them their hiking trail names or whatever. Mm-hmm. It was so difficult. It took me, like, an hour and a half. But, okay, so next we have the Devil's Crotch. It is 11.72 miles long. And it is named that because of the hellish nature of the steep crevice combined with the blistering heat of the Rio Grande village in Big Bend National Park.
I think that's real.
No! What is fake? I made that up. Okay. I did.
Oh my gosh, I'm bad at this.
This one. That one. Okay.
Still 0 in case you're wondering.
Okay, we have Corkscrew Swamp Sanctuary Trail. This is 2.25 miles long, and it is named because the Imperial River was described as twisty and windy. And it is important for endangered wood stork breeding and other wetland birds.
How long was it?
How long was it? 2.25 miles.
It's not a very long trail. Just because I've said true the last 3 times, I can say true again.
Good job. It is a real thing.
I'm not peeking, I swear.
Where is it from?
What's the name of it again?
Corkscrew Swamp Sanctuary Trail.
It makes me want to think it's like southern, so like maybe Florida.
It is Florida.
Florida.
Good job.
Yeah, 2 points. Dang.
Okay.
That was a good guess.
That was good. Now we have Brothers Lookout and Three Sisters Trail. It is 2 miles loop. Brothers Lookout and Three Sisters Loop. It is a 2-mile round trip. And it is named after the family who owns the property that is prominent for its rocks known as the Three Sisters and the Brother.
That sounds so real. It sounds so real.
Is that your guess?
I can say it's true.
It is.
Yeah.
Where's it at?
That sounds like... Oh, man. That sounds Western. It definitely sounds Western to me. So, ooh. Immediately I'm thinking Colorado, Utah, Nevada.
You gotta pick one.
I know, but I'm gonna say Colorado.
It is Colorado.
Oh my gosh, I'm so good.
You're catching up.
Dang.
Shoot. Okay.
I got double points.
Let's do.
Holy crap, that was a good guess.
I love this one. Okay, so it's called the Taint.
The Taint. Okay.
The Taint. Okay. It is about a 1/4 mile long, and it is named because it connects 2 valleys that otherwise are not, like, you can't travel between them.
This is fake. There's no way this is real. A 1/4 mile trail? Mm-hmm. No way.
And where is it?
It's fake.
Ooh, shit.
You almost...
Okay.
Yeah, you only have a point ahead. Give me a catch up.
Now we have Closed Casket. And the nickname is given to it by hikers. They don't know the original name. And it is given due to the injuries people have sustained when they have pulled off.
How long is it?
18.7.
That's fake.
It is fake.
Because you just made that up off the top of your head. It wasn't written down. I can't see it.
It's written down.
Okay. It looked like you looked down and were like, how long should it be? And then, like, looked back up.
Okay. We have Living Room Lookout Trail that is 2.3 miles long. And it leads to a cool overlook where the rocks look like chairs and couches.
I want to say this is true. Just because.
It is.
Really?
Where is it?
Looks like chairs and couches. I'm gonna say Alabama.
Nope, it's in Utah.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It connects. Oh my gosh, what is it called? It's right above Salt Lake. I don't know. Provo to like above Salt Lake.
Oh. Is that like over where the point of the mountain's at? Kinda?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Mom read me that one. Okay, we have Blazers Bluff.
Blazers?
Blazers.
Okay.
Bluff. It is 4.27 miles long, and the name originates from the geographical location and terrain. Bluff is a term used to describe... Bluff is often a term used to describe a steep hill or cliff, and Blazers is in reference to Charles Blazers, who made new tracks through wild terrain.
Should have kept track of like how many.
It's hard to keep track.
Right, and how many we've done wrong, so I could like figure out how many right I had to do. I'm gonna say this is false. This sounds false.
It is. Okay. Okay. This is the last one. I think. Hold on. Yeah.
Okay, last one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
You're doing them out of order? You didn't like just do it down a list, you like wrote them...
Huh?
Nothing.
There's just a lot of information.
You're just like
on
flipping back and forth a lot. I thought you like were looking them up out of order or something.
I just have a lot of information. Okay, we have Blueberry Loop. It is 1.5 miles long, and it is named that because you can pick blueberries in the fall.
True.
It is true. Okay, hold on. The thing about this is that all of the false ones, they're real trails, but they're ski trails. They are not hiking trails. So they are all real names. Some of the information was made up, obviously, because
Yeah.
I had to pull some stuff.
That was a little trickery.
It was a little trickery. But yeah, Devil's Crotch is like...
Oh wait, I didn't guess where it's at on the last one.
Oh, where do you think it is? I don't know if I gave you a point.
What was it called again?
Blueberry Loop.
Alaska.
It is in Alaska.
Boom. Dang.
So you have 8 points.
Boom. I'm the champ. We need to get like a crown that we wear when we're in. Whoever gets the most points gets to wear the crown.
Yeah, this was incredibly difficult.
You should have chosen an easier topic.
Well, I was already too committed to it.
Well,
So
I had you, or I told you. Was it birds? The one that I told you about? What was the one I told you about when we were at Mom's? I'm like, oh, just do this.
I don't know. I don't remember.
I told you to do something, and obviously you didn't do it. But it was like something specific. I was like, oh, I'll just have her do that or whatever.
Yeah. So these are all real places, though. Real ski trails.
Dang.
Devil's
Big
Crotch
dude.
is real. It's not actually in Texas. I can't remember where it is, but...
Thanks. You wrote down like locations for even the fake trails.
Yeah.
Oh, what the heck?
How to make it up.
Real versus fake.
Well, most of these... Yeah, so... All of these are actually... Like... Devil's Crotch is actually the only one I really made up because I couldn't really find any information on it. Just that it's
so everything else is pretty true. Okay.
Yeah. Some of them, like I made up closed. Yeah, I made up like closed casket, how long it was, and like why it's called that. Part of that was true.
Well, let me know if you did better than me. 8 points out of 10.
Yeah.
That's with bonus.
I assumed you wouldn't know skiing trails because you don't ski, so I figured I was safe to use those. But yeah.
Awesome. I can't wait till the next podcast.
You excited
I like
more
just
games?
playing the games and stuff. Like, it's so fun.
You're so funny.
I wish we could get Ken to come and like Kona
And play a game with us?
and play games with us. I want to do a spouse episode for sure.
Yeah.
But
we'll commit to one of these days.
I found a hummingbird at work today. He was
I
dead.
seen that. Oh, is it dead?
Yeah.
Sad.
Yeah,
Did you keep it?
No.
You don't collect
Put it in a
those?
jar.
Yeah.
No. But I thought
Or you
that
just
was
put
weird.
it somewhere where ants can eat all of like the outside, and then you just have its little tiny hummingbird school.
That's weird. Yeah.
Why?
What do I need a hummingbird skull for?
Because they're cute.
It's just a skull.
It's the same reason I collect them.
Skull is so cute.
It's so cute. It's so hummingbirds are so tiny though.
Yeah.
It's cute because it's small. Kona just got back from shit hunting and brought me back a whole bunch of skulls.
Oh.
I have to clean them now, so that sucks. But
I can't believe you went shed hunting without me. I never
I
get
didn't
to
know you
go
wanted
shed
to
hunting.
go. I've never been either.
No, I could go by myself.
They go on the mules and then
Yeah, I
they
know.
ride like minimum 50 miles a day.
Yeah, they go crazy. Which is fun, but I'm not gonna do that. I'll go hiking around. Go like 10 miles maybe.
Should we do a hiking podcast?
Hiking?
Where we just hike and look at
We're all
rocks?
breathing all heavy. We're like, how are you guys today? Welcome to
No, like a casual hike.
the Walmarkies podcast.
No, I just feel like a casual hike. Nothing crazy.
Have you ever been up Chipeta?
No, I don't even know where that is.
So it's up the Uinta Mountain. It's like high Uintas, but if you go past Chipeta, there's this lake. It's called Walk Up Lake. It's only 3 miles, okay? And it's called Walk Up Lake. So that's the hike, okay?
Okay.
You would think it would be a walk up, but when they say walk up, they mean like walk fucking straight up. Like the first 2 miles, it's like almost completely flat. The last mile is it's literally like a 70-degree incline. It's like
They named it for a reason. Walk up.
yeah. Last time I did it, I was in like cowboy boots because I forgot how bad it was. Because like the first time I did it, I was 15 and I wore tennis shoes, and like when you're 15, you just don't notice that like it sucks.
It's a little easier.
And like it's at like really high altitude. I don't even know. It's almost 11,000 feet in altitude. So like you just start to breathe heavy. But like when you're 15, you don't breathe heavy when you're
Your lungs still work.
Yeah. But like me and Ken went on it 2 years ago, or whatever, and we were both dying. I'm like, oh my gosh. I know it's been almost 10 years, but like
I'm like a casual hiker. Like I'm not trying to.
we need
I'm
to
not
stop putting
climbing.
our feet because we knocked the camera. In the
I just
shits.
started doing that. I keep my.
I've been doing it. Like I have to keep pulling my legs away.
My knee was hurting, so I had to stretch it out.
No.
Yeah, just like a little bit of incline is fine, but like I'm not trying to.
That's why I want to get those little clip-on mics.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do the clip-on mics, and then so we can do like hikes or like. I told you that I want to do like a scary podcast where like we go to like somewhere that's like dark and scary, and like we just tell scary stories. We
Like
just
our
find,
own scary stories.
Well, no,
or
we
like,
can find them
okay.
online or whatever. And just tell them. We can make up our own or whatever. It'll be fun. I think we should make up our own.
I'm not making it on my own.
Because then, well, we make it copyrighted, so we have to.
I'm not making it my own.
But the thing is, if we make up our own too, that's like the challenge. Is you're trying to make up your own to scare the other person.
Oh my gosh, I'm yawning now. See, the thing here is that I'm easy to scare, and you're not, and
Sure I
that's
am.
not fair.
Sure I am.
No, you're not. You're not. You're a man. You can't be scared. I'm just kidding.
Let's see.
I just kicked it again.
How's Zelda doing?
Fine.
Have we talked about Zelda on the podcast?
Mm-mm. Zelda is my 9-year-old Great Pyrenees Anatolian Shepherd mix. She's my husband's, actually.
She's a dog.
She's a dog, sorry.
If you didn't understand that. Because I would have been like... I mean, I know Great Pyrenees, but like if you were like
Anatolian Shepherd, yeah.
I guess Shepherd, but like...
I met her when she was like 4, almost 5. And now she's my dog. She's not his dog. She's my dog. She has decided... I didn't steal her. She just decided that I own her. She is attached to my hip 24/7. Needs to be on top of me. Thinks that I didn't abandon her. If I leave the room for like more than 10 seconds. But she developed a growth on her tail that we thought was a cyst. And we were draining it. And then one day we couldn't drain it anymore. So I took her to the vet. A different vet, I guess. And had it removed. And then she has... So I got like a regular cone for her size from the vet. I ordered like one of the blow-up cones that go around. And she figured out how to get around the blow-up cone first. And then she figured out how to get around the regular big cone. And then she figured out how to get around both of them because I was putting them on her at the same time. And so I went back to
through the...
And through the wrapping.
And through the
She's
wrapping. She's
figured out how to rip the wrapping off. She's with me 24/7, okay? She is not unsupervised ever. She waits until I go to sleep at night, and then... I need to stop clicking that. And then does it. She will literally wait till I'm asleep. She'll be perfect. And then I'll wake up in the morning, and she has chewed through her tail. So, they took the growth off and sewed the skin back down together. And she decided to chew all of the skin off. So it is now just an open wound crater on her tail. So the morning I woke up and discovered that, I took her to the vet. And got her an even bigger cone.
This cone is so huge. Like, she looks like a dish.
It's so funny. Like a satellite dish.
Yeah.
It's so sad. I feel so bad for her. But, so,
it's literally so funny though because it's so big and she's like she's a medium-sized dog, but that's made for like a really big dog.
It's made for like a 200-pound dog, and so it's too big for her neck. It will just come off.
So you have to put.
And so I put the big cone, twisted it up inside of the little cone, and then put the her collar through like the loops on both of them, so they're stuck together. But the little cone keeps it from flaring out so far. It's still flared out way out there, but...
But she hasn't been getting out of her tail ever since.
And she cannot reach her tail.
Good.
If she could get around that, I don't know what I would do. It's so funny. It's so sad.
Her tail looks so bad, but she needs it. She needs the cone.
I mean, it just kind of looks like a burn, mostly, actually. Yeah.
But, it's crazy.
It looked
like
way worse. It looked way worse, actually, when the skin was on it. And then she tore all the skin off, and now it's just like you know when you get blisters, like bad burn blisters? Mm-hmm. It's just like raw skin. I'm sure it hurts. I'm sure it itches. I have her on like medications and stuff, but she's just a perfect little angel. I love her. Okay, she's not.
Except for when she's not perfect. And
except for when she's biting her tail. I'm like, I don't want to amputate your tail, bud. But she's not like a barker. She's a sweet dog.
She's literally like one of the quietest dogs. Yeah. She just does not care about anything.
Like she's really an old dog. Yes, she is old. She was always like that though. I've watched children 2 and younger. Don't do this. Okay, I don't condone this. It's not an experiment. These are things that I have caught. Children 2 and under sticking their full arms up to their shoulders, down her throat, and she just sits there wagging her tail, happy to be there. Like, she wants to be around the babies. She loves cuddling them. After, 3 years old, she doesn't want to hang out with them because they're too big. But she wants full-grown, but she's not mean. She'll just get up and walk away from them. She doesn't growl or bark or snip at them or anything. She does have a very mean bark, though. She's a real quiet girl, but when she barks, it's
You left
scary.
Dad's Legos in the car, by the way.
Oh, it's just the boxes.
Oh, it's not the actual Legos. It's just...
No, I need the boxes so I can put back together the parts that broke off.
Okay.
Yeah.
But, yeah, they're still in there, so.
And I thought about that the other day, actually, when I got back to Salt Lake. But yeah, she's wonderful. I love her. And she is stressing me out with her tail.
Well, it's almost 9 o'clock now for us. It's about time to end it.
I think this is a longer one.
Probably. Yeah. It was a fun one, though. I had a lot of fun doing the game. Like, I liked that game a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just do a couple every week.
Yeah, I think it's fun. And I like the idea of, like, bringing on a guest. And then we can do, like... Stop bumping me.
I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. But, like, and then they can play, too. And then we can see who wins. And that's what... We gotta get a crown, though. So if the guest wins... You know.
Or can we get, like a metal crown? Or, like... Can we get, like, a Burger King crown? Burger King crown.
Yes.
Wow.
Burger King crown.
That one got me.
No, I don't know. I was thinking we could make our own. I could make one.
Yeah. A wood one?
Yeah.
You could do it.
I mean, I do a lot of wood stuff.
I believe you.
I could, though. Make a
Can
little
it just
shit.
be WMW? Wall Monkeys winner.
Wall Monkeys winner.
Uh-huh.
I think we gotta add the T in there, because everything else is T.
What? For the Wall Monkeys?
The Wall Monkeys. Because everything else is the Wall Monkeys. Podcast winner.
Just PW.
Podcast winner. Yeah.
Maybe we should wait till we come up with like an actual name for the game.
Yeah. And it just says champ.
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 Winner. Yeah. Well, anyways, we'll figure that out later.
You monks. Okay.
Thanks for hanging out. See you, love you, bye. Do good things, be good people.
Did you do the Spider-Man? You're all... That means I love you.
Well, my thumb isn't actually sticking out.
This is rock on.
I know.
Hard rock.
My thumb isn't actually sticking out. That's my hitchhiker thumb.
This is I love you.
It bends my finger. If I bend it in.
Nuh-uh. You can't hold your thumb out like that?
No, I was doing rock on.
Oh.
I wasn't saying I love you. Well, I do, but...
I wish. Okay.
See you, love you, bye.
Love you, bye.